How are we not hammering the Saints to win the Super Bowl right now? Did you see that locker room video?
I did see the locker room. Great call, Matt. Appreciate you, by the way.
You're gonna lose a draft
that locker room video. I said this a couple years ago. I saw the Philadelphia Eagles team meeting the day before the NFC Championship, and Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares came on in the team meeting, and they're just like hanging out or whatever, and everybody in the team meeting was jumping and dancing. Even old white offense, like coaches were in the back, like bobbing their head, and I was like, oh, this team's gonna win it all. This team, because of how good they feel. That Saints locker room yesterday with Jameis eating dubs, they're all doing the gritty. I mean, Club Dub was in Chicago for a while. I think the Saints say, excuse me, because last year Teddy Bridgewater was doing a motorbike all through that thing. I believe the Saints, what if this team is finding their groove? And Sean Payton vibing in there, by the way. He has a great shoe game. Sean Payton has a great shoe game. Yeah. I believe in the locker room, they're loving it. I believe he's doing the gritty a little bit there. The locker room for the Saints after that game was as expected if you win 38-3 over a divisional opponent, including one that's named Tom Brady, who was supposed to come in and stomp you out of your own goddamn division.
Well, in the NFC, too, they feel like the only, top 5 team over there that has a defense. Like between the Packers, the Seahawks, and now the Bucks, too. Like everyone else doesn't really have a complete team.
The Bucks defense is such an enigma at this point. Like, is it or not? Like, is it or not? They were getting a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers has a couple picks in that game, and they were eating and everything like that. The boys were buzzing. Okay, the boys were buzzing for that defense against that game. But since then, it's been like very dull. I don't think Bowles have been sending the boys. Last night they said we can't send a lot of pressures because of how quick Drew Brees gets the ball out of your hands or whatever. It's like, well, that's going to be problematic if your defense shines whenever you're sending pressure, and you can't send pressure against the team that is directly in your way of winning the division. That's a very interesting world. They got to figure it out down there. I'm not giving up on the Tampa Bay AQ Gronkaneers. No. By the way, AQ Shipley, one of the fullbacks for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last night. If Gronk catches that pass across the back of the end zone, the Buccaneers score a touchdown on 100% of the plays that AQ Shipley is in the game last night. Maybe he is the X factor. Let's put that guy in there. But it was very, very interesting. I'm not giving up on him. But boy, they look terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Don't you think this is probably the kick in the ass they needed, though, too?
Is it? I don't know. The Giants could have been.
Yeah, and the Bears.
I mean, there's a lot of kicks in the asses that old Tampa Bay could have got this far. Feels like they're just not on the same page still, which is problematic.